Patriots might quietly be in one of the best positions out of any team in the NFL. They got a Pro Bowl quarterback and a head coach that knows how to win. And I actually love what they're doing. Vrabil's played here, he's won here, and now he's coaching a team that's not as far off as people think. But before I begin, I'd really appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind later. My name's Tyler Carmona, I'm a writer for Sports Illustrated, and I play wide receiver at Savannah State. And today we're going to see what the Patriots should do with that 4th pick. It's become obvious that Drake Maye is their guy. He made the Pro Bowl as a rookie, already earned the locker room, and that changes everything, because you don't have to chase a quarterback in the draft. Now you have a guy you can finally build around. And at number 4, Travis Hunter's a popular name here, and if you've seen my videos, I've been high on him for a while, but in this case, I'm going to hold off. Mike Renner from CBS doesn't agree with me.
I know you talked about Travis Hunter, and you mentioned that, Mike, but what do you think they should do? Should they go that route, even with Stefon Diggs, or do you need some protection for Drake Maye? What direction should they go with that number 4 overall?
Yeah, if Hunter's on the board, I think to me that's a no-brainer because you didn't need just one wide receiver. You needed multiple wide receivers. So that would make sense for them. But if he's not, it gets a lot hairier because to me, left tackle is obviously the biggest point of contention on this team. That's where your biggest need lies. But there's not really that guy in this draft class, say the way it was last year, where Joe Walt's there and it's just like a no-brainer. You just pick him, he's going to be good.
He's right that there's no can't-miss left tackle at 4, but where we split is Travis Hunter. It's because the Patriots already have corners. Christian Gonzalez is a future All-Pro. They just signed Carlton Davis, who's a proven starter, started on a Super Bowl team. And on offense, they've got a solid receiving core. Based off what Drake Maye said, he's expecting big things from both Polk and Javon Baker, who they drafted in the 4th round last year.
Who's like next up for y'all? Like, you look at some of the young guys on your team, you had some exciting players.
Yeah.
Who do you think is that next guy for the Patriots next year to step up?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think we bought into 2 rookie receivers. I think Jalen Polk and Javon Baker that are kind of feeling out this year, and they both battled some injuries. But I think hopefully expecting one of them, if not both, to kind of make a splash this year. I think and it's really taking it upon myself. The guys came over with me, the receivers and kind of quarterback receivers. It's my job to get them the football.
Yeah.
But also I think it's their job. They know to kind of get their stuff together. Get to lifting hard and running hard and practicing hard. It's a different way to practice in the NFL. It kind of takes some off your body, but you still expect to be full speed, supposed to be in the right spot, supposed to line up right. So I think kind of getting the groove of that and getting the groove of the NFL life.
He just got Stefon Diggs on a multi-year deal, Demario Douglas, a legit weapon in the slot, and they drafted Jalen Polk in the 2nd round last year. He fought through some injuries, but I think he'll have a solid 2nd year in the NFL. Based off what Drake Maye said, he's expecting big things from both Polk and Javon Baker, who they drafted in the 4th round last year. But yeah, this team doesn't need Travis Hunter. They've got weapons, they've got coverage guys. They should go a different route. If Abdul Carter's there, that's your guy. He's the kind of pass rusher that just completely disrupts games, a guy that'll change your team right away, plug and play. But if he's not, then you completely pivot. Because chances are Shedeur Sanders is still going to be on the board, and someone's going to want him. Trade back, get a guy like Tyler Warren from Penn State. I'm telling you, this guy reminds me more of Travis Kelce than any tight end prospect I've seen in years. He's great after the catch, he has very reliable hands, and his spatial awareness is amazing. When he's operating through traffic, he just seems to always find these soft spots. And he lines up everywhere. Tight end, wide out, wildcat quarterback, fullback, and he can actually block. They're always putting him in motion, using him as their lead blocker. Give Drake Maye a guy like that, that's a quarterback's best friend. Now, I know some fans are nervous that we didn't go O-line at 4, but like Renner said, there's no elite left tackle that you should reach for. But the good news is there's still some value later. Josh Simmons from Ohio State is one of my favorite linemen in this class. He's actually PFF's number 18 overall prospect, 6'5", 315, but based on some teams' other needs, he'll probably fall into the 2nd round. And at 38, that's where I think the Patriots swoop in and they get their guy to protect the blind side. Defensively, they made some very smart moves too. They got Robert Spillane, who according to PFF was the 4th best linebacker in the NFL last year. Very strong against the run, also reliable in zone against the pass. They signed Harold Landry, reuniting him with Mike Vrabil. That's a guy who hovers around that double-digit sack mark every year. Any added pressure on the quarterback's going to help. And like we said earlier, they signed Carlton Davis. I think pairing him up with Christian Gonzalez, that's one of the best corner duos in the NFL now. So the Patriots have their quarterback, they have their coach, they got veteran leadership on both sides of the ball. Now you just make the right moves with these next 2 picks. Abdul Carter's there, run to the podium. If not, just trade back, get some picks. I'd get Tyler Warren. Then you get Josh Simmons in the 2nd round and start locking down that O-line. Because if they get this right, I think the Patriots could be back in the playoffs way sooner than anyone expects.